Okay, welcome back. We are at it for... What is this, day 4? Yeah, I think this is stream number 4. Video number 4. We are 6 days in. And currently, I believe we are outside of the community college at Ekron, which is going to be our next sort of like big goal that we want to try and accomplish, is to try and clear that out. So I'm going to start heading that way. Last time we went anywhere near the college, there were a lot of zombies, and we basically fought through like most of the evening, I think, and part of the night. But I definitely still want to get in there because there's a huge library. So we've got 2 or 3 in the woods here. At least 2 or 3. There could be a larger group where the trees are like shit covering them, but who knows? Right. Here it is. Ekron Community Center. We meet again, or Community College rather. Meet again. There's a zombie down there on the road. Otherwise, it's just, I think, a couple round the entrance. And we got to get in there. So, there's one. Might take advantage of this one here if I can get to him while he's still sat down. We'll kill this one, and then I might try and like rush up to that one and bash its skull in while it's down. Right, I'm going for it. Don't get up. Oh, God damn it. Okay, there's a few here. We killed this one as well, so let's just take these 2. Honestly, my biggest like thing here is just gonna be gradually whittling them down. The biggest thing is not gonna be to bite off more than I can chew. You can see how much clearance we did here before. We had a bunch of zombies out the front here. We got a bunch over here by the gymnasium. There's a bunch more bodies in the lobby. And that was one evening's work. We've definitely got our work cut out for us. Oh, there's like 3 more in there. Okay. Well, that was a police officer. Holster. Nightstick. Nice, thank you. Good. Nightsticks are great. Finally getting the hang of combat. I turned off Nox Infection for my run to learn without excuse me, To learn without having to make a new tune every time I got bit. Found the beauty of the ground strike to ground stomp rotation. Ground mass going through. Yep, exactly. 100%. I like the biggest thing I always try to tell people when they're learning the combat is like, because muscle strain is now a thing, your goal is not to kill the zombie while it's standing up. It's to get it on the ground. And then stomping it will help cut down on the muscle strain buildup because you're using a different limb to your swinging arm. If you have to focus primarily on like just swinging away with your melee weapon, you've probably pulled more zombies than you should have. And you should just be leaving. You know? Leave and come back. Your best bet is always a ground stomp. Yeah, let's get our flashlight out here. This angled flashlight has been great. Ooh. There's a few of them over there. Yeah, using your environment is also like a huge thing. I've been thinking about like maybe when build 42 goes to stable, one of the many videos that I want to make, because I've already done a kind of like guide on your first week in like build 42. I've already done kind of like tips and tricks for build 42. I think what I'd really like to do, I'll probably do another tips and tricks or beginner's guide because a lot will have changed since Unstable. But I'd also like to do maybe like the basics of combat, right? Or, you know, learning the basics of combat and zombie aggro or something like that in Project Zomboid. Because I think it's like the thing that everyone struggles with when they first pick up the game. Like, I love doing beginner's guides, so I love it when there's a new update for the game because, like, there's a fresh, like, wave of people, and it's so nice, like, seeing people be like, oh, you know, yeah, I was really struggling, and I watched your video, and, like, now I can actually make it past, like, a few days. Back out to a safer environment here. So I think like the basics of zombie aggro and combat would be like a really good video to do when build 42 goes stable. Because we're going to get like a wave of new players again. The thing I struggled and still somewhat struggle with is learning to run sooner to reposition rather than stand my ground. Yeah, 100%. Is there any ways to increase UI size on 1440p? Well, right, so your inventory is resizable. You can do that with this little like triangle down at the bottom right. The rest, if you go to your options, I believe it's under user interface, Moodle size. You can change the Moodle size. You can change the sidebar icon size or have it scale with fonts. So I'm in 1440p and we're on scale with font size right now. And that's what you can expect. So if you want to size it up, My recommendation would be to start on like 80 and see how that is, and then go from there. I think 80 was the one that I thought was like kind of acceptable on 1440p. Size them up a bit and just see how you feel. I think you have to restart between resizing, which is a little bit annoying, but my usual rule, Emil, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it like Emilierix, or how do you prefer that? How do I pronounce that? Before I get any further into this, is it just Amy? What do you prefer? Yeah, no worries, man. Happy to help. So far as bugs go, how is the RV interior mod holding up? Anything like crazy annoying? The only thing that I've noticed is that when you get out of the RV, so if you get into the interior from inside the RV, it's fine. If you get into the interior from outside the RV, when it spits you out again, you kind of like, you're initially like right in the middle of the vehicle, and it kind of like glitches you out the side as soon as you move. Aside from that, no bugs at all. The rain collector seems to work. The electricity seems to work. I haven't experienced any other bugs other than that, and that's kind of a minor one, as long as you just remember that's going to happen, and maybe just, you know, enter from the inside of the vehicle. Yeah, to answer your question, well, sorry, to talk about what you were referencing, my rule is there any more than 3 zombies that I'm gonna have to, how do I phrase this? If there's more than 3 zombies and I can't kill them before another one joins the group, I will reposition. If it's 3 and I think I can kill them before another one joins, 3 is my cutoff. Any more than that in a group that I have to fight together, and I will reposition. It's all about stringing them out and trying to like get a kill before more join the party, you know? This is like really sketchy. Molin, thank you very much for the gifted sub there, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. You should have got yourself a sub, dude. Very kind of you to gift, but you should have got yourself one. I appreciate it though. Thank you. This is so sketchy in here, dude. Okay, see, straight away, I'm calling that because of the environment around me. I'd rather lure these guys outside, or at least into the lobby area. A little bit more open. See, like there, that was like 4, but I was confident I was going to be able to kill one before the group of 3 got to me. Why are we queasy? Oh, it's gonna be the stench, isn't it? Okay. We need to back up, because we are at the overwhelming stench stage here. So we're gonna need to back up and take an alternate route into the building now. So probably over here. Give our character a little bit of a break. I could see what's in that building, maybe. Whenever I see the Queasy Moodle, I just immediately fucking panic. Being a build 41 player, the Queasy Moodle is just like an immediate red flag. Like, oh shit. Thanks, but I like to give subs instead, get more people into others rather than myself, though I still do support. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very, very kind. Ooh. Okay. There's a bed. There's a toolbox. Fridge. Coffee machine. Table. Interesting. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. This might work. Depends how quickly the second one follows. Oh, we're good. Nice. And also, I think the other thing that's like really key for like newer players as well, when it comes to like zombies and learning what you can handle and stuff like that, is to be honest, using your environment. Like, yeah, okay, windows and fences make for like a really, really obvious one, but also just working zombies around buildings, dragging them past doorways and windows that they might get stuck on, so that you can try and like, or dragging them through bushes to buy you some time to kill like the other ones that are ahead of them, you know, just trying to sort of like stagger their approach a little bit. A lot of newer players just, you know, immediately back up, turn tail, run, and then try and like wait for them to come to them when they could take a more what I'm looking for, more proactive approach. Speaking of new players, I'm glad to say that I've integrated my friend into the throes of Zomboid. May the community get bigger. Amazing. Good work. Good work. I've just realized we've got a sink in here, a standing sink. I'm not sure if I have a pipe wrench at base, but if I do, this would allow us to plumb water into the RV. Because the RVs in this in the RV interior mod, they have a built-in rain collector on the roof. You basically just need to put a sink in or craft one, and then as long as you have the pipe wrench, you can hook it up. It's like there's already one on the roof, basically. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know how that works, but I would imagine it's because they didn't want to have to try and figure out how to let players place rain collectors on the bloody roof, you know? Puff Pastry, thank you for the follow, and Molane as well. Demon Pygmy, Rockstar Albert, thank you very much, guys. Just stumbled upon your channel by chance and decided to stop by. I don't play PZ, but I like to watch other people play it. You know, you're not the first person to say that, dude. You are not the first person to say that. There are quite a few, like, PZ viewers and non-players. I think it's because, like, it's... Sometimes it's such a difficult game, but it's so easy to get invested in the journeys that other people are making. It's a real sort of like, the stories that form from PZ are incredible sometimes. Oh my god, finally I can catch one of your streams. You can do it! Thank you. Dude, chat. I'm so sorry. Frank is farting up a storm tonight. I know, like, he always does this when I stream, but today is bad, dude. It's like the third one he's done, maybe fourth, and we're only an hour in. That's on average a fart every 15 minutes. Franken farts, yeah. I love that he's going to become known Frankenfart now. It's literally my community has branded him Frankenfart. Yo, Rockstar Albert, thank you very much for the gifted sub, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Can we get some Mr. Ambredups in the chat, please? Thank you kindly. I should mention as well, for those of you that are watching this on the stream, if you've missed the first, like, couple days of this playthrough... Jesus, dude. All over. If you've missed the first couple days, this playthrough we've been doing, exclamation mark VODs in the chat. All of these streams get uploaded to the VOD channel. It is our second YouTube channel, and all of these streams get uploaded in full. So there are hours and hours and hours worth of content to watch. Oh, hello. From what I've heard, a lot of people like to put the streams on, like, on their second monitor while they're doing something else, or the VODs rather, I should say. So if you're one of those people that often finds themselves with, you know, liking the fact of having background footage on, then the VODs might be worth it for you. Well, there's a few of them in there. Oh, there's a few of them. Ooh, Rockstar, subscribing for 3 months in advance. I appreciate your faith in me, sir. Thank you very much for the kind support. Oh, my, Okay, I have a question, right? I know it's pronounced crochet, puff pastry, but when you put ing at the end of that, is it crocheting or is it crocheting? Because crocheting sounds weird to say, but so does crocheting, because it makes me think of a crotch. Duck does English live on stream, by the way. I love all your videos. Thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate it, man. The support means a lot, believe me. I'm glad you get some entertainment from the channel. Crochet. Okay, you pronounce it crocheting. It's probably the right way. Crocheting is the right one? Gotcha, okay. Okay. R.I.P. crocheting. You will not be missed. Here we go. Up the stairs. Whoa. Hate going upstairs in a building. I think this is the library right here, maybe. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the library. We made it, chat. We've made it to the library. Now we just have to not die immediately. Hear movement. Don't like that. Okay. Need to keep checking they're not coming in behind me. Real quick. Oh, that was a lot of zombies. Is that outside? That's outside. Don't like that. Don't like that. There's 2 of them there on our level. I don't like that I'm hearing a lot of banging around down there. I'm wondering if like they've seen me through one of the windows or something and they're... Yep. Oh, okay then. Good. Good. No, not that, thank you. Good, yep. No, thank you, not today. I know better. Okay, let's see how many followers all the way out. If we get like maybe just a couple at a time. 3, 4, 5. They're all in a row. We might be able to do something here. Okay, they've stopped. So I think what that was I probably went up a level and then like saw maybe like some zombies caught view of me through a window or something like that. Crocheting would be kind of a cool thing for them to add to the tailoring skill of pastry. Like, if you're talking about like maybe it being like a, you know, a boredom and stress thing. They could add that as a way to make tailoring a little bit more useful, because there's already yarn and like wooden sewing. I don't know if you call them needles. There's already like those materials. You would think maybe that would make sense. Hey. Hey. Got the wrong voice for that one. One of my favorite voice lines of the other character is that really drawn out, like, hey. This character just makes like really suspect exertion sounds once in a while. Is this a newish run or are you 5 months in? So we're playing with the mod 10 years later. We are about 7 days into that playthrough. But 10 years later does this. Knitting needles, yeah, they already have everything in the game. They just need the skill and add harvesting yarn using... Well, that's the thing, is I think if you just bundled that in as part of the tailoring skill, you could do like maybe at level 1 tailoring, you could do like a little bit of crocheting or something. Like, you know, level 1 or 2 even, like it's just something to help reduce boredom over a period of time with yarn. Something like that. So you, sorry, I feel like I missed a bunch of that conversation because of all the zombie action there, Puff Pastry. But you make plushies and stuff, that for games that you're interested in. Is that the main thing that you do, crocheting, or do you do other stuff? What's your go-to for crocheting? I'm only showing interest because my partner is like really crafty. So I'm more asking because I would love to talk to them about that this later. Practice knitting to remove stress and boredom. Yeah. We started in December. Our start month. Because I wanted winter to be like an actual thing I had to think about. She's on my go-to for crochet. They make more practical items like drawstring bags and even a sweater once. Nice. So my partner's grandma was a seamstress. I don't know if her mum was too. But Lucy has a lot of experience with like making clothes and stuff. She's made her own clothing. She's trying her best not to buy any clothing. And like make her own instead. And some of the stuff that she makes is absolutely amazing quality. Like, I'm shocked that she just made it herself, you know? Yeah, just dip my head up there because I want to... if I get any aggro from that. Oh. Oh, zombies. Oh, zombies. Oh, zombies, the muscle strain. Into another evening. We spent almost the whole day trying to clear this place out. I will get to that library. I'm not gonna like do all this work and it be for nothing. We will reach that library. Okay. Get away from the stench a little bit and take a seat. Ooh. Knitting immediately makes me think of Sims. I wish we could knit out stuff like toys, carpets, clothes, and PC. That would be amazing. I was sorry to keep talking about my my partner chat. I know it can frustrate some people, but I frankly I don't care because I'm so proud of her because she did so I've always tried to like encourage Lishi to do one to like sell some cosplay bits that she makes because they're absolutely amazing quality. But also to she's so knowledgeable on the subject. And she made like a little, I guess like a little demo video for a friend of how to make something, and I was like, I watched it and I was like, babe, there's no reason why you can't make like videos about this because like you have incredible knowledge on the subject and you're very well spoken. So like next time you make something, give it a try. And recently she made a wig for a Starfire cosplay, which like the DC character Starfire, but the old version of Starfire that had like quite a like a really like lots of volume in the wig. like really lots of bounce of volume in the hair. Like, hang on, let me get a, I know, again, not relevant. Sorry, not sorry. So this is the older version of Starfire. OG, this one here. So as you can see, the hair has like a lot of bounce and a lot of volume to it, and she made a wig like that, and it's incredible. Like, it's absolutely shocking that she's managed to do it. And she made like a little like 2-minute like TikTok guide of like how she did it, and it's awesome. Like, for somebody that's not done any content creation past like their cosplay videos, like just quick little shorts, she's done a really good job. I'm so proud of her, so I hope she keeps doing it. I hope she keeps doing it, because like I was able to watch it as somebody with like zero knowledge and come away feeling like I understood fully what she was talking about. With a lot of like advanced techniques and stuff that she explained, and she was just really good at it. So I was really proud of her. I hope she keeps doing that. Oh no, talk about her as much as you like. We love Lucy. I mean, yeah, I do too. But sometimes, every so often, I'll get like a comment that's like, "Oh, we get it, bro. Like, you've got a girlfriend." It's like, no, I'm just literally just enjoy talking about the person that, you know, love and think is amazing and talented. Fuck them, brag away, man. Like, it's not even bragging though. It's literally just like, I'm just proud of her, you know. Oh, that was close. I heard that zombie coming before I saw it. Room in there. I must be making our way through these slowly but surely, right? Everything's fine, chat. Everything's fine. No need to panic. Everything is going to be just fine. What up, Queen BX? How you doing? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All is well. Oh, you son of a bitch, trying to catch me. Ow. Oh man, this is really annoying. They keep coming down from the upper level. Jeez. Okay. Those zombies, like, just constantly did not want to fall over at the same time as each other. One would always get up at the last moment there. Just gonna stand with my back to the window. Recuperate a little bit. Just realized I left my orange yarn in storage. Need that for making a duck, so I'll be back shortly. You're making a duck? Amazing. I approve this message. All is still perfectly fine, chat. Okay? There's no need to panic. Stop panicking, chat. You're making me panic. And then things are gonna go wrong. Okay? Don't panic. Oh, we're getting tired now too. God's sake. Come on. I think there's 2 zombies there. Oh. Why can't I see? This is so sketch. Oh, there's one coming. Like, why can't I see? I've got my flashlight on. Oh, they coming. Fuck, dude. Come on. I feel like it would be a real shame not to go away having looted the library. I had to come back again. I genuinely can't see a bloody thing. This is so monk-ass. I'm taking this one out. I do not want to have to fight more than her. Ah, that's it. We're calling that. I'll come back. I'm getting tired. Oh, we hopped the rail. That was close, dude. The one coming up the stairs, the other side, while there was one right behind us. I think we got out just at the right moment there. We're getting tired. We come back in the morning. We did, however, get a few books. Carpentry 2, Cooking 2, Fishing 1 and 2. Not too shabby. Fishing, I would like to read up on. Fishing would be huge. Fishing would be huge, because I've got a kind of, like, in my head, I've got a loose plan that I'd really like to go to Dark Wallow Lake. Because there's a really isolated gas station there. And then a tackle and bait store. Like, right near it. That would be a good place to go at some point. Yeah, it's really annoying how like my my flashlight didn't seem to like go through the library there. There was very clearly some like lighting issues, but if anything, it made things a little bit more intense. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over to this shelf. Put them in there. So we could read Fishing 1 before bed. To try and like get started in that. Oh, Frank, you stinker, dude. Jesus Christ. It's just constant today. Absolutely constant. Convinced he's doing it on purpose now. He's like, the human is streaming again. The perfect time for me to let rip. Okay, we're gonna make a meal here. We're gonna defrost these ingredients. We're gonna grab the roasting pan, which was here somewhere. Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. It's in my inventory. I'm stupid. Which mods are you using? Exclamation mark mods in the chat. Yeah, I was really sketchy in there, eh, Johns? That place is frightening, to say the least. I like the new light system, but it could be tweaked a little bit. I really like the new lighting in the atmosphere. I think in general, it's a really, like, it's a net upgrade. My Frenchie would also give me a side eye like it's me poisoning the air. That sounds like a Frenchie. Yeah. Right, open cooking panel. I would like to add the chicken first. Empty pan. Wait. What? Can't add the chicken? Brother. You kidding me? Cut up chicken. Okay. Let's cut up the chicken first. Does this give me any XP in cooking? We're at 28.6. Or is it going to be butchering? Cooking. Okay. Here we go. Look. Okay, so we got some fillets, some wangs, and some legs. Let's go ahead and use the leg for this roast. I'm gonna do a leg, a cabbage, some potato, and some peas. Ooh, chicken leg and vegetable roast. Look at that. And we're gonna eat the rest of that cabbage because I've got shitloads of them. We're gonna throw the rest of these in the freezer later. And then we're gonna let's see if I have any condiments to add to this. I don't think I do. We have wine. Just put wine in the roast. I don't know, man. This sounds pretty good for an apocalypse to me, you know, like a little tray bake and a carton of wine. I feel like I'm living the apocalypse life here, no? Cooking with wine is the thing. You boil off alcohol. Oh, yeah. I guess I recognize that it's a thing. I don't. Would you just kind of just throw it into a roast like that? I used to. My mum used to make a like a beef stew that used red wine in the kind of sauce mixture. Also in gravy. I think wine came into play sometimes. Sorry, chat. Just responding to the missus. She's away right now. Say the missus. That's probably not the right term, but you know what I mean. She's on a trip right now. I sometimes make wine cake. Wine cake. I've never been a fan of alcohol in cakes. I think that probably comes from like having cakes that like grandparents had made a lot, like when I was a kid, or like when I was, you know, sort of teenager-ish years, where they'd put alcohol in it and like maybe overdone it. I don't know. I think I've probably just had like bad alcohol cakes that made me never want to eat them again. Oh yeah, baby. Let's have a little bit of that carton of wine, shall we? Oh, wait, can I not drink it? Oh. It's making me do... Here we go. Hell yeah, brother. Straight from the carton, baby. Tipsy. Ooh. Hold on now. Listen. I think he deserves a little sip of wine, and it's probably going to make him sleep a lot better tonight, you know? Wine cake doesn't have alcohol either, I believe. Really? What? How does that work? You boil off the alcohol? Black Forest cake is made with alcohol? Yeah, it's not one I've had much. Not one I've had much, I don't think. I don't even like tiramisu, and I know like that's like something that a lot of people like. And let me tell you, I'm not a picky eater either. I'll usually eat pretty much anything. But yeah, it's the two things that I'm like really funny about in general when it comes to like eating and cooking is I'm not a big fan of alcohol in cake, like in sweet foods. And I'm also I have this, I don't know what to call it other than an aversion to chili, like as in, you know, like a pot of chili, chili con carne, whatever you want to call it. There must be a repressed memory from a kid in there somewhere, but even the smell of chili for some reason makes me like gag. It makes me want to be sick. I don't know how to describe it other than it makes me want to throw up. All I can think is like maybe when I was really little, like I had some or something, and it just, I don't know. I mean, just had a really hated it, but I can't remember ever eating it. It makes me want to throw up. And I don't know how to explain it. Oh, all the snow just settled. Look at that. Black Forest cake, you soak the baked cake in alcohol. With wine cake, you add it to the dough before baking. Oh, interesting. Maybe I would like wine cake then. I don't know. I'm also just not like a huge alcohol person though. Like in general, I've always been the designated driver, for one. Because like, generally speaking, it's because I don't drink a lot anyway. Like if we're going out somewhere, I'll have like a pint of cider, and then that's it. That's all I'd have, even if I wasn't driving. So I naturally usually end up being the designated driver, because while I'm not going to drink a lot anyway, and I don't like to drive on any alcohol at all if I can help it. So if I am going to be the designated driver, I just don't drink at all. And it's not something I'm really like attached to, you know. I don't like a lot of alcohol. Cider is really the only thing that I kind of like go to. Maybe like vodka and Coke or something like that. Otherwise, I'm not a beer person, generally speaking. Well, that's creepy as fuck. So yeah, it's just, I've never been a big alcohol person. It's not that I don't drink it. I will drink it, and don't get me wrong. You know, if we're going on a night out, I'm probably I'll drink a few. But like, I can't remember the last time I went on a night out. I like maybe one drink over a meal, and that's all I'll have. You know, I'm just not like a big drinker usually. Out in Amsterdam. Out. We've never done that. No, exactly. That's what I mean, though, right? Like, even when we went out in Amsterdam, right? You could probably count on one hand how many drinks I had. Just not... It's just... I'm just not big into it. I can literally count the alcohol that I've drunk throughout my life. Personally don't drink for personal reasons, though I also don't like the alcohol burn. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, it's the taste of alcohol to me. Like, it doesn't... In most alcoholic drinks, I just don't like the taste of the alcohol. Which I think is why I like cider, because cider is generally quite sweet out here. By the way, I just want to put this out there. Maybe this is... Oh my god, Frank's farted again. Jesus fucking Christ. It's literally every 15 minutes. What? God. And the worst part is he's fast asleep. So he doesn't even know he's doing it. Oh, he's awake. Oh, he's finally woken up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you woke yourself up with your farts, you stinker. So... Yeah, this is gonna be like probably a statement that gets a lot of people up in arms, but I'm willing to stand by it. America, your cider sucks. I'm sorry. Like, having been to the US a couple of times and tried cider, every single time I get cider in a bar, it tastes like apple juice, and it's ass. I might as well be drinking apple juice. Scandinavians, however, know how to do their cider. That shit is fire. Also, like, going out to bars in the US was such a painful experience as somebody that doesn't really drink much and only really likes cider. It's most places they didn't even have any, and it was like, if they did, it was like one. It was not great. Did not enjoy that part. It's a good job I'm not a big drinker, honestly. Germany, especially the south, you'll encounter more spiced wines and punch and stuff like that. Nice. I can't say I've tried punch. I don't think. I can see much better in here now. Oh, I had a zombie. I'm gonna be like right here, is he? Animal care. Pottery. I don't need to worry about that. Pottery. Bring me a shrubbery. That's working. Is that two? Two of the same book. Welding. Huge. Being very quiet right now, champ, because I'm listening. Carpentry 1. Carpentry 1. Nobody panic. Nobody get too excited. Carpentry 1. Level 1 carpentry. Prepare pizza. Oh yeah, dude. Delicious meals. Frank's farted again. Maintenance 2. Mechanics 1. Jesus Christ, it's like I'm being gassed. Okay, we're done. We're out. Feel left out with chat, you'll be drinking and having hobbies, and I can't. I feel like you've missed the vibe of the chat here. I think a lot of us are actually saying we don't really drink. Hobbies, on the other hand, chat has hobbies. My hobby is playing video games. So I feel like me and you have something in common there. As an American, I'm mostly used to non-alcoholic cider. We call alcoholic cider hard cider. Never tried that stuff. I'm content with the alcohol-free version. It just I don't know, man. Like, oh, whenever I had cider at a bar in the US, it just sucked ass, and I just stopped ordering it. I think I tried like 3 or 4, and I eventually just gave up. Life is a game. What's up, dude? Hello. Welcome. Is this poison period? I mean, so are a lot of things, to be honest. When you really get down to it, basically everything that we consume as a pleasurable item is probably poison for us in one way or another. Me and Luce were talking about this the other day. It's like alcohol, weed, drugs, like. You know, coffee, right? It's all of it is bad for us in one way or another. It's just a matter of like what's your poison, I guess. Geo, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Can I get some MrAtomicDuck in the chat, please? Thank you kindly for that. Hello there, welcome. Please make yourself at home. The bread is for viewing and not for touching. The bread do belong to the duck. You may look, but you can't touch. All your bread are belong to us. You compare coffee and alcohol as poison. I mean, caffeine's literally a drug. That's my point, is obviously, well, I could say like one is worse than the other. I don't know if it is. Depends, really. It's like moderation, right? But my point is just that everything is bad for you. Everything is poison for the body, technically. Anything that we enjoy as a pleasure tends to be bad for us. Right, it's 9 a.m. We've hit the community college. Let me bring up our map and we'll decide where we're going next. Anything is poison when taken in excess. Indeed. We are... Let me just go up a few floors. We're here in Ekron, chat. Okay, we've just cleared out, well, part of the community college because we wanted to raid the library, which we've now done. This map has been really buggy for me lately. I don't know why. I wouldn't mind hitting the fire department. Potentially. May hit the post office just because it's like literally right across the street. Sometimes these post offices can have like really interesting things in them. in like packages and stuff. Sometimes there's nothing, but maybe we'll have a quick look. The next thing might be the liquor store. Now, mostly it's going to be alcohol, but I'm thinking there might be snacks. We've also got a pharmacy, a grocery store, a hunting store, bar. Wasn't there like a corner store nearby? I'm interested in these, especially the pharmacy, because I feel like maybe these front shelves might have like even maybe some food. I don't know why I feel like that, but because they've got like fridges and stuff. That fire department is so worth it. I'm sure it is, but like I'm not really in need of weapons at the moment. It would be good to get some axes, maybe, but like right now, I'm in need of medical supplies. Hunting stuff would not go amiss, some more ammunition. And more importantly than anything, non-perishable food would be good. Where are you? Ekron. We're right here. This is Ekron. Oh, you've watched the same video I have recently, Puff Pastry. Bloody, what's it called? I think caffeine is somewhat of a natural insecticide. There was a video on that recently that I just watched that Lucy put me on to about how caffeine is like what? Oh, hang on, I've got to find it now. You've put me on. Hang on. Must find out. Caffeine. Caffeine is very, very strange by the Vlog Brothers was the channel. And they talk about how it's like an insecticide. And other stuff as well. And how we as humans are really weird. Right. I like how the devs added so many different alcohol types. Love holding them and pretending that they're for guests. You and Lucy would definitely get along. She would set the table in our safe house and build mannequins as neighbors. I mean, out of the whole map, is it vanilla? Yes, it's the vanilla map. We're in Ekron on build 42. Oh, bollocks, I was reading chat and I thought I'd push them away. That was a stupid mistake. I thought they'd done the fallover dagger, and I started reading chat. Like I glanced over. It was silly. It's but a scratch. I'm sure we'll be fine. Right, chat? I drink lattes and flat whites these days, and milk is healthy. Caffeine from energy drink is a no-no. Straight black coffee is a yes, though. I mean, I'd agree to disagree. It's like I have one coffee a day, right? If I go without my coffee, I get a headache within a couple of days. So, like, yes, I will agree that energy drinks are bad for you most of the time. But so's coffee. Like, it's just bad for you in a different way. That's my point. This whole discussion, right? Everything is bad for you in excess. some people, especially like the people that drink like several coffees a day, I'm sure there are probably some people watching this that drink like, you know, more coffee than they probably should. It's only bad for you if you stop drinking it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you keep pounding those 8 coffees a day, dude. It'll be fine, right? I'm on my 3rd cup. Yeah. Yeah, I have 1 coffee in the morning, and if I'm really having like, if I'm really tired or like I'm really struggling, I might have a 2nd coffee in a day, and that's my limit. I never have more than 2, and it's usually just 1 on a daily basis. I know a person that drinks like 4 to 5 cups a day and still manages to fall asleep. Dude, I used to know somebody when I was playing WoW in a World of Warcraft in a guild. I used to know somebody that like literally always had a pot of coffee, like a cup of coffee. They'd brew a pot and they would have the pot going the whole day. Like when the pot was empty, they went and put another one on, and that was it. Earl Grey. Yeah, I'm not. We've talked about this a few times in the past, but I'm not a big tea person. Which, as a Brit, don't tell the King's Guard. All right. Don't let that get to them, because if what happens, chat, is if it reaches them, the beef eaters, you know, those guys with the big funny hats, right? The really long black funny hats. If they find out, they basically like they come to your house at night and take you away. They'll put a bag over your head and you're just like never heard from again, and they shove you in the Tower of London. That's what the Tower of London's for nowadays, if you didn't know. It's like it's you know, yeah, it's for all the people that don't drink tea. It's kind of like the Russian KGB, but in Britain for non-tea drinkers. Alert the guard. It's so crazy to me. I would drink coffee even 4 hours before sleep. I couldn't sleep properly. You and me both, dude. If I have like a 2nd coffee, it's latest I will usually have it is like 6 p.m. You see, like, that's the thing for me, is I know the coffee works, so I don't need more than 1. And I have it in the morning to get me going, because I struggle. My struggle is like waking up and being productive. And a coffee just kind of helps me get out of that like morning groggy state, you know? Bleh. Bleh. So Spooky, you said caffeine. You think caffeine affects people with ADHD differently. This is something I've heard as well. Again, from Lucy, is that like certain drugs and stuff work differently on people with ADHD. Like it's not just caffeine. Like a number of drugs and things like that tend to have like the opposite effect, right? I think. Okay, this is like a fully burnt out one. Okay. Stimulants in general, yeah. It's so crazy how that works. Me too. It's like a morning ritual for waking up. Yeah. My ritual in the mornings, right? You want to know a little bit about my life since getting Frank. my ritual in the mornings is I'll wake up. Usually before Frank, I would wake up about like 8 or 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning was like my treat for being self-employed. My luxury for being self-employed was I'd get up at 9, right? Because that's like, I don't have to get up earlier than that because I work for myself. But now, since having Frank, usually I'll get up about 7 or 8 in the morning, go and let him out, right? Straight away. Like he jumps down off the bed. He goes out for a pee, and then he comes running back in, and then he goes straight back up to bed. So we go back up to bed, and I'll sit on my phone, and he'll usually come and lay on me for a cuddle in the mornings. And then about sort of like 9, half 8, 9, I'll get up, go make a coffee, put the radio on, and listen to the radio in the morning while I make coffee. Then I might make breakfast. Who knows? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Breakfast isn't like a huge thing for me. Usually if I have breakfast, I won't have lunch. Or I'll just have like a little snack or something. And then I'll sit down, I'll get into like emails to start with. Check if I've got any like sponsor stuff to catch up on. Like messages from editors. Maybe I'll like review drafts and stuff like that. And that'll usually keep me busy until like maybe 10:30, 11. And then like I'll get into whatever else I'm doing for the day, whether that's like script work or recording or streaming. Usually streaming though, I'll do like after lunch. And that's that'll be like a basic how my day goes. And I gotta start working some walks in for Frank, because originally when we got Frank, he couldn't go for walks because of his surgery, because of his breathing problems. Now obviously we need to start working in walks, but the problem is he doesn't want to go. Frank doesn't want to go on walks unless he needs to pee. If he needs to pee, he'll go. If he doesn't need to pee, he lets me get his harness on, and then he stands at the door and won't go anywhere. Because he's a awkward son of a gun. This is what I'm talking about. He's stubborn. He's a diva. He just stands in the doorway looking at me. But by contrast, if you take him somewhere new or somewhere that's like not his regular, not just outside the house, if you take him somewhere new, he's really excited and wants to go, and he gets like really curious, and he's like sniffing everything, and he's really happy. It's weird. I think he just thinks because he's only going out to go pee or poop, he's not bothered unless that's what he needs. But he loves new things. He's a very curious dog. He's one of those dogs that, like, if you bring something into the room, like a parcel or a package or just anything that he hasn't seen before, he wants to sniff it and see what it is. And he's a very curious dog. Yeah, I think Ritalin was, if I'm not mistaken, could be wrong. I'm not sure if Ritalin was what Lucy was given as a kid, and basically it had like the fucking opposite effect as to what it should have, I think. I can't remember, or whether it was something along the lines of like that gave her some problems and they had to change it out, or I can't really remember, but I think she was on that at some point in her life and it didn't go well. I'm very surprised by how few zombies there are here compared to the college. Ooh, Bushmaster XM15. I'm not going to be able to use this. But let's have a look at this real quick. I want to see what this looks like. Okay, it's got no scope on it. Is that an elongated barrel? "24-inch heavy full gas tube." Interesting. Put that away for later. Hello, Sebix. Another XM50. Okay, this one's got a lot more attachments, so I think we're gonna grab that one. Let's take the magazine out of here. Oh, Frank, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm sorry, chat. I know I keep swearing today, but God almighty, it's bad. Bullets bandolier. Reduces hand-fed firearm reload times. Magnum rounds. What I really need is some shotgun shells. Well, we ain't finding shit in that department. What's 308 rounds? You guys not stock shotguns? Ooh, padded pants. Gimme. Hell yeah, dude. Now we have a padded pants and a padded jacket, I think. Yeah. Winter prepped. Winter ready. What we got over here? Springfield Armory M1A. M14 magazines. Okay. This might work. We don't really need a scope, probably. I'm gonna take both of these, I think. Purely on the basis that I might need to mix and match a couple of attachments from these. And I don't really want to stand and figure that out right here. Do you massage his belly or not? My cat do gas all the time, and the vet told me to change her diet, massage her belly, and it kind of went away. Maybe check for it, but it depends. Maybe it's his quirk. So I have a very strong inkling that it's his diet, Kai, because after his surgery, I had to change his diet to soft food. And I had to hand feed him for a little bit because he had part of his soft palate and his throat removed. So I had to like hand feed him soft food boiled up so that it didn't like, you know, hurt his throat or anything like that. But ordinarily he's on a dry food. And that dry food is a weight management food because he needs to lose some weight. Because again, you know, not really been looked after all that much. Can't exercise because of his breathing, so he's a little chubby, so he needs to lose some weight, so he's on some dry weight management food. That's a lot of zombies. when he was on the soft food after his surgery, the farting stopped for a bit. So I have a feeling it's his food, but he needs to be on it because he needs to lose some weight, and it is very good quality. I will say that. It's not like pedigree chum stuff. It's especially like formulated weight management food. It's AVA, I think it is, which is quite high quality, and he needs it. So I do want to change his diet, but only after he's lost some weight. Once he's lost a little bit of weight, we'll put him on something else. I've actually got like a I guess like a, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a place run by somebody that went and did like animal behavior at a university near me. And I guess they do a lot of food and stuff. And they'll actually like, you know, properly sort of like allow you to bring your dog in, and they'll sort of like take a look at them, see what kind of food they might need, etc., etc., and like put together a mix for you, or like tell you what is best for them. So that sounds kind of intriguing. And apparently you can get it at like reduced prices compared to like a lot of places, so I definitely want to look into that, but again, he needs to lose some weight first, and then we'll swap him over. I think he's just a farter. Apparently, like bully breeds are known for it as well. Maybe I should try food. How's Rory with farting, Jim? Does Rory fart a lot? Frank's been at it all evening tonight. Loads, but they don't sting that often. Oh, Frank's always sting. No, I tell a lie. Sometimes you will hear him fart, but it doesn't sting. He makes like the funniest little squeaks when he farts. It's so funny. I can't help but laugh every time. Which is probably giving him the wrong impression, because I'm laughing at it. Maybe he's doing it because because he thinks I think it's funny. I apologize for all the VOD, the YouTube VOD watchers that have come to the realization that this stream is basically just talking about Frank's farts the whole day. We've been live for an hour and a half, and like a good quantity of this stream has just been talking about Frank's farts. Hello, first time viewer, Chaddison. We're talking about normal things. Welcome. I don't know how I do this for a job, honestly. Like, you guys watch this shit, you know? Should I add farts to the Twitch tags? So ready for multiplayer to be out on 42. Yeah, me too. It's gonna be good. I think when 42 drops multiplayer, I think I really want to do like a large-scale player event on our Patreon server. Because we're fully expecting to get like another influx of players when Build 42 enables multiplayer. Our patron server was like really popular in Build 41 when it was like first released multiplayer, and I know we're gonna get a bunch of new players on Build 42. I really want to do like a prison break kind of event. We did that once and it was really good. And I'd really love to do another. What the fuck just happened there? What was that? What the hell just happened to my character, dude? We kind of got like bugged there between like a grab and maybe a stomp or an attack. That was so weird. I've heard some hems and haws about the player count for PC dropping because people are just tired of waiting. Personally, I love 41, but I'm excited to play. Yes, but that's not out of the ordinary. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, the player count will have dropped, but also this happened between Build 41 and Stable and the release of Build 41 multiplayer. It just happens, you know. The devs take a while. It's only natural that like some players just stop playing and then come back when multiplayer comes out. Just away. Thank you very much for the 3 months. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope you are well. More bread ups, please, chat. Thank you. I have no idea, Puff Pastry. I don't feel I'm the person to ask. I know nothing of this stuff. Is there multiplayer in Build 41? Yes. Yes, there is. Player count shot for Build 42, it's just drop back to normal. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is there were shitloads of new players with Build 42. And now, like, you know, a lot of those new players, a lot of the older players will have stopped playing for a while. Just gotta wait. Just gonna require a little bit of patience. I say a little bit. Healthy dose of patience, because this is what happens. The devs take a while with their updates, and we've known this for quite some time. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't do this with Build 42, because they did say that they didn't want it to take as long as they did with Build 41. And it does kind of seem like we're just going down the same track again, considering we're 9 months down the line now since release. And it took them a year last time. So, I mean, realistically, we've done exactly the same thing. Bit of a shame, but not unexpected, honestly. I hope they still drop MT soon. Honestly, I can't see them doing it. I think it's going to take longer, if anything. Because the thing is, they released Build 41 multiplayer when it was like nearing the stable branch, right? Because what they do is they get everything finished, they get everything in that they want to get in. They patch all of the single player stuff they need to patch, and then they release multiplayer, because that way any issues that come up, they know that those issues are a result of multiplayer. It makes it a lot easier in the dev process for them to figure that stuff out, that by doing that, right? The downside, however, in this instance, is that there's a lot of build 42 stuff that they haven't finished yet, right? Like the crafting shit. There's so much more in the crafting tree that they've just not got in yet. Not to mention, a lot of the community doesn't like the crafting UI and isn't vibing with it. So if they decide they want to get that fixed up, it's going to take even longer. Usually I don't like to speculate, and I won't say how long I think it's going to be, because I don't know, but I do think it's going to take them longer than a year. I would love to be wrong, and I would love if they release multiplayer like whenever, next week, whatnot. But I just don't see it happening. Apologies, I just tuned in and haven't kept up with their latest announcements. What's the latest with Build 42 that's going on? Nothing really. We're just talking about like how long it took them to release multiplayer last time, and for Build 41, and you know how long it's taking them this time. You're right, Frank. He's been such a sleeper this evening. Won't be long before he's taking himself off to bed. Which means it won't be long before I wrap up here, chat. Like another maybe like 20-30 minutes. Okay. Almost zombies coming through that area the second time. Haven't been any updates for a while now. I think it will be stable soon. Well, you think Build 42 is going to be stable soon? I don't know, man. No, like, there's a lot of shit they haven't even got features into. As for how long it's taken them to update, not really any longer than the last couple. I think it's been about a month since the last one, and they've taken about a month for the one before that. I think that we're probably expecting some decent features in the next update. In fact, I think somebody streamed the unstable version recently. I saw it posted in my Discord or something today. I didn't really have that much of a look, but I think there's some pretty good features and cool things coming in. But as is the custom with the PC devs, they add a lot of stuff that, like, I guess either hasn't been mentioned in the past or wasn't really on the cards, and because, you know, work's still ongoing with the other things. And it just kind of like, we see a lot of new features coming in, but none of the, but not so much of the important stuff. And that's not because they're focusing on the wrong things, it's just because those important things take so much longer. And everything progresses adjacently, right? But it gives the impression that they're not focusing on the right things to the uninitiated. And it's never as simple as that, because you can't just tell a developer that works on one thing to be like, hey, do this other thing, because the skills aren't transferable. Jamrush, thank you for the follow. At Masal as well, thank you. Yeah, let's check out the pharmacy. Got some food in here, maybe? Drinks. Acetone jug. Well, toilet paper, box of tissues. I'm gonna grab the toilet paper because it'll mute sneezes if we pick up a cold during this winter. Alcohol wipes, box of garbage bags. Alcohol wipes, pretty big. Let's take those. I think I just used mine. No food though. Some drinks, but really what I'm after. I can't break through here, so need my welding torch and a welding mask. Okay. Well, I mean, unless we decide to hit the, I might check out the bar next door, just in case there's some, like, bar snacks and stuff like that. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for Ekron, I think. At least as far as I'm interested in. How do you find servers? Every time I look, none pop up. You mean on build 41? I mean, me personally, I think it's worth looking up a decent community, rather than just joining a random server you find in the server browser. Just as like a little bit of advice. Running a Project Zomboid server is a bit different to other games. Requires a little bit more attention and love and care. So I'd recommend I'd recommend maybe joining the Project Zomboid Discord and looking in the, I think they have a channel for servers, and you can kind of like figure out a server that might interest you from that. And then that way you can like pop in the IP address and stuff directly. Especially as a new player, because it's very easy to join the wrong server, or like just a server that's not really looked after anymore and is a bit, you know, dead. Everything's ransacked and looted, and you're just, as a new player, you're gonna have a terrible experience if that's the case. Like many games, your online experience relies on other people. If you're really new, like, I don't know how new you are, but if you're saying you're new, if it's like literally like your first few games, play single player first. I strongly recommend against like jumping into multiplayer straight away. But because you're gonna have a lot to learn. And jumping straight into multiplayer is gonna make it a very well, needlessly difficult experience for yourself in what is already a very difficult game. Hey, there's a boxing ring down here. What the heck? That's so cool. This bar's got a boxing ring down in the basement. You think they have like illegal boxing matches? Do you just find them on Discord or Facebook? I'm used to No Loot. I play DayZ pretty regularly, and can I play co-op on Solo? My buddy is wanting to play. I can't find out how to play with him. Yeah, so you can do co-op. Honestly, give it a quick YouTube search or give it a quick Google how to play like co-op with a friend in Project Zomboid. Co-op is one of the best experiences I think you can have because it makes the start a little bit easier because both of you will spawn together. I think that is like if you're gonna do if you want to play with someone else, I think that's the best way to do it rather than joining a server. You can use the server browser. I'm not really sure why that wouldn't be working for you, but I think if you want to join a multiplayer server, you're better off finding a community first, through Discord or Facebook or whatever, if that's your preference. But yeah, Discord usually is the go-to, the official Discord server for Project Zomboid. Reddit as well, probably. Yeah. You broke the first rule, mate. Yeah, never talk about Fight Club. Whoops. Here we go. Some chips as well. Okay, this is turning out to be like a decent bar run actually here. I'm glad I came up here because look at all these bags of chips left around the place. All non-perishable food. That's pretty good on calories too. Lots of loser scratch tickets. I scratched one of those and won once. It was only like $10, but let me in. There's nothing in here. So they've got gambling upstairs and a boxing ring downstairs, huh? I'm sure this is a perfectly legal establishment. Mount Never Rest painting. Mount Never Rest, huh? Lovely. Love that. Who is that? Dr. Oid's painting? I don't know. It looks like a football player, dude. Yeah, and I want some paintings for my RV. Can we grab like Night with Stars? 2-frame painting. Ooh, 2 frames. Oh yeah, dude. Riverside painting. Wait, how heavy is this shit? Holy crap, 20 weight? Oh, damn. How heavy is this one? It's another 20? Bruh. You know what? Let's drop the double one because I'm gonna have stuff all over the walls and it's not gonna make sense. We'll take that other one. It's important, chat. We need to make our truck a home. It's important to my mental well-being. How much is the deer head? 3 encumbrance? I'll take it. Now that I'm thinking about it, drinking some more of that, like, alcohol might have been a good way to put on some calories. You guys ever stop to look at how many calories are in alcohol, by the way, chat? Holy crap. I hadn't until recently. Because as we were talking about earlier, I don't drink a large amount of it. But, like, god damn, dude. How many calories is in, like, a bottle of wine or something? Shit's wild. Do you even gain from drinking alcohol in PZ? I don't know, to be honest. Not really sure. You would think they would have calories, but brother. Look, alcohol and calories are a fickle thing, are they? Are you gonna go chemist on me right now, Ray? You gonna get all chemistry on me? Alcohol has calories, but because you can burn it with oxygen and that warms water, that's how calories are determined. I recently quit and did the math. I was having something like 1.3k extra calories a day. Holy shit. Well, hey, man. Good on you for quitting. That's huge. That's awesome. I hope you continue to push through with that, and I hope like I don't know like what your situation is, like whether it was like, you know, you're just quitting having like a bottle of wine in the evening, or whether it was like, you know, a more severe situation. But I'm glad for you either way, and I hope it works. Everything is boring but getting better. I love that analysis. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I think there. Oh yeah, brother. Nice. Nice. Not to be personal, but can I ask the age range of people in here? It's a good question. That's a touchy subject on Twitch. I would not recommend anybody reveal their age if you're under 18. Let me just say that. If you're under 18, stay quiet. Because one, you shouldn't be on this stream, I don't think. And secondly, you never know who's out there. So, yeah, just watch out for those people real quick. But otherwise, yeah, feel free. Generally, my audience tends to be like late 20s, early 30s. And it's quite interesting, actually, having started the VOD channel, seeing like what the age difference is between my VOD watchers in general and my regular channel viewers. My regular channel viewers, on average, are younger than the VOD watchers. And I think that's because older viewers have been more used to watching like long let's plays and stuff like that, and the younger generation is much less used to long form content, and has been raised on like shorts, right? So yeah, that's my philosophy anyway. Kids these days have had their brains destroyed by TikTok. It's not just TikTok, man. I mean, YouTube's pushing short form content as well. I don't necessarily see it as brains destroyed by TikTok as it is brains destroyed by the people that are making the content. Because really, if you think about it, we've been going the way of what's the best way for me to put this? Like, shorter content has been going that way for a while, I think. And we've always, like, entertainment companies and businesses will push what people want, right? Regardless of what that is. But with TikTok and YouTube, it's the people making the content, right? The brain rot, as it were, that type of content is ultimately made by individuals. It's not like big television companies pushing it. It's not TikTok pushing it. It's people identifying that content as stuff they will actually watch, and then it gets pushed by the algorithm that knows to push stuff that people are watching. It's weird. It's like a psychological thing, and also the people do. Arguably, you can't even blame the people doing it, because it is stuff that people actually want to watch. It's a very odd situation. Do I think it's good for the young generation? No. But I don't know if it's also right to blame the platform that it's posted on. What I can blame YouTube for is that they made a bunch of announcements today that they're making more of a lean and more advancements towards their AI, which I fucking despise. We're talking like they are genuinely releasing an AI feature that will actually make shorts for you, that will edit shorts for you, which I hate, because I mean, okay, we're literally getting rid of like the editors that helped build these successful channels, because there's an AI tool that can now clip shorts together without the use of an editor. Like, it's, oh man, it drives me up the wall. I don't understand it, why YouTube's leaning so heavily into AI when it's people that have built their platform. The whole reason YouTube exists is people creating entertainment. I don't understand why we're cutting people out with the use of AI, but hey ho. How do you activate your flashlight without right clicking? Yeah, so I've got it in my secondary, so I just hit F. I've got it equipped in secondary. Getting so tired of the AI voice clickbait. Trust me, me too. You know what's really shitty, S Black, is there was recently this thing that was enabled by default for every YouTube creator, me included, and I had to turn it off, was AI voice dubbing. So what it does, and in theory, it's a good thing, right? But what it does is it basically turns my content into other languages using AI. What it doesn't tell you outright is obviously that means that your voiceover is being taken and it's me speaking in another language, right? My voice is being manipulated into another language. And what's even scarier is today they've announced that they're also going to do that, but with lip movements being manipulated as well. So it's literally going to take the person on screen and make it look as though they're talking that language. I fucking hate that. It creeps me the hell out. I understand the use of it, but like, again, if you want to reach another country's audience, I don't know, pay for somebody to translate or have somebody do a voiceover in another language for you. And it was enabled by default, and it made me really uncomfortable, honestly. And my voice was being manipulated like that. It's weird. 1 second. Right, let me. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are 2 hours in. Do we make a drive somewhere else? I tell you what, let's identify where we want to go next. And then maybe we can wrap up for today. Let's identify where we're gonna go. Okay. Did you know that that YouTube announced you can make your own thumbnail by using AI? Yeah. Yeah, they're leaning very, very heavily into AI tools, and I hate it. I just want to like put it out there, like 100%. The thumbnail images on my channel will never be made using AI. All the scripts that I write for my main channel are written by me. I write my own scripts. I don't do my own editing, but I pay editors to edit my videos. My thumbnail editor has been with me for, I think, 5 years now. And I pay him for his work, and he does incredible stuff. He's been part of the community since like really early on when I was streaming to like 10 people. And even a brand new channel that we're working on at the moment called Game Herald, that's Warhammer like 40k, Warhammer 40k lore. I'm not writing that stuff, but I'm paying a friend of mine to write the stuff for that channel. I editorialize it. And even like the stuff, it's all edited. It's nothing is AI. Nothing in my content is AI and never will be. I realize that AI has its uses in places, but I do not agree with AI replacing human roles ever. Just never, ever, ever. Don't like it. I keep them locked away in the basement until they're finished with a video, Death God. And then they get like 2 hours of direct sunlight. They get 2 hours of direct sunlight. They get a slice of dry bread and a glass of water. And then I put them to work on the next video down in the basement again, and they don't get released until they finish it. I'm not a monster though. They each have a mattress down there to themselves, and there's a shared toilet down there. Um, so really, I think I think like at least our standards are higher than Nike, and really they're the bar. So yeah. Sorry. Anyway, and before the next generation of editors and artists are just using AI anyway. Yeah, there's been cases of that, man. There's been a lot of cases of that, unfortunately. Project Zomboid had its own big debacle in that sense, and it wasn't AI, but yeah, there was a whole thing around that. Where are we headed to next? So I think, chat, what I'd like to do is try and stock our freezer with some meat, because we're gonna run out of calories. We are losing weight at a very fast pace. We need two things. We either need non-perishable sweet foods, or we need meat. And we have a fishing book. I just don't think we have fishing supplies. Let me double check that real quick. It wasn't AI despite all the weird things going on. To my knowledge, they literally ran it by the person that supposedly made it, and they were shown like proof of concept drawings and everything. Like they were shown proof of concepts. They were shown like sketches during the process. I think in the end they were confident it wasn't AI, but they basically just didn't want to go near it because like they didn't want to fuel the drama any further than it had been. And that's really I'm really sad, to be honest. So I would have liked to see that artwork in if it wasn't AI, but I've had people accuse me of similar things, man. It's crazy. There's a serious AI witch hunt from people, and some people just like go after you without really even knowing anything. Okay, so we don't have a fishing rod, so we do need to go to a like fishing store and tackle store. Now I know there's one down in Dark Wallow Lake. Dark Wallow Lake is a long drive, but I think it would be a good place for us to stop because so this is Dark Wallow. Look, there is a gas station here, right on the outskirts, and then there's a fishing store and tackle place here. So I think this would be like a really good place to bed down if we can get a fishing rod. I just don't know if it's worth hitting maybe another fishing place on the way because it is a long drive. So maybe we try and find something else on the way. These are just farms. Maybe food factory, warehouse, police station, storage units. Irvington's gonna be packed full of Zeds at this point. Maybe Rosewood? Does Rosewood have a store? No, I don't think so. Zippy Market. I guess it might just be a case of just heading down there. I love the Zomboid character theme background, similar to the flyers and newspapers. Dude, the flyers and newspapers are one of the best, one of the highest quality features in this update. I don't know if it would be right to say that it's like one of the best features, but it's very high quality. The that stuff. I'm a big fan of the world building there. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go straight down there, dude. We're gonna take a long drive. And we're going to get down there, I think. That's going to be our next journey, is we're going to drive to Dark Wallow Lake. There's nowhere in Ekron, there's nowhere in Echo Creek that spawns fishing rods. So we're going to have to go. I think the quickest way would be to go follow this road all the way east to Mad Dan's Den, and then go towards Rosewood and take this road all the way down here and follow it to Dark Wallow. So we'd go all the way back to Mad Dan's Den and then basically just follow this road down until it turns off. That's actually not very far. It didn't take us very far. It did take us very long to do that drive. In Riverside should be a shop. Yeah, but Riverside's the other way. That's all the way up here. The other way to where we want to go. Can you craft a fishing rod? There's a camping store here. I think we've already been in there. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've been in this camping store. Okay. See, can I craft a fishing rod? Make a fishing rod. Yes. We need a paper clip and 2 twine. I don't know if we have a paper clip, but we definitely have twine. So if we can find a paper clip, we might actually be able to make a fishing rod. Yeah, we have twine. Because wooden rods are easy enough to make as well, I think. Wooden rod. Level 1 carving, which isn't too bad to get to be honest. Right. So we're going all the way down to the end of this road, following past this on KY60. You have a paperclip? Do I? What was that? Where did you see the paperclip? But you haven't learned the recipe yet? Oh yeah, for the fishing rods? Yeah, true. I would need the recipe, wouldn't I? Mm-hmm. I don't think I do have a paperclip. Probably find one easy enough, but... So our main thing here is I've now got to be very careful of trees in the road. Because despite having the setting turned off, there are occasionally very sneaky ninja trees in the road that still are there. And they can ruin your day. Like that one, I just managed to hit the brakes, so we didn't hit that very hard. But like this one, just sneaky ninja trees. Takes forever to find what you want in this game. That's part of the progressionary joy of Project Zomboid. Going in search of things you need and eventually finding them. What gives you that dopamine rush. Very important part of the gameplay of PZ. I hate how much lag there's been on driving after the last update. This has only started happening since the last update for me, like the recent patch. I get a lot of stutters when driving. Excuse me. Sorry. Coming through. Pardon me. Oh, heck. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry. Pardon me. Coming through. Make way. Well, driving at night is even scarier. We're almost getting to the point we need to sleep. I think what I'm thinking is we'll drive part of the way there, we'll pull over, and then we'll sleep, and then we'll wrap up, and we can start the next one, like fresh day, with journeying into Dark Wallow being like the first thing in the next episode. I think going to Dark Wallow will make for a pretty interesting stream. Couple of other games. Oh god. A couple of other games that I definitely want to play soon as well. On the second half of the streams. I think Jump Space comes out soon. doesn't it? Which was previously known as Jump Ship. Isn't that like the, what day is it that comes out? Like the 19th or something, I think. That's that co-op PvE spaceship game where it's like multi-crew with you and your friends, and you run a you run a spaceship. I think that was the 19th. That was really cool. I really like that game. Wildgate? No, it's called Jump Space. Because it was called Jump Ship and then they had to change the name. I'm just wondering when it comes out. Wildgate was the PvP one. What up, Avatar? How you doing? What up, Daskwell? Got all these little ninja trees in the road. Yeah, so I definitely want to play that when that comes out with the boys. Jim, Smashley. Maybe a wild Raiha will join us. Maybe it'll be Redwood. No, Redwood was interested. Redwood is... I love playing games on stream with Redwood because he's just such an idiot in the best way possible. Those of you that have had the pleasure of watching a stream while Redwood is here, that guy is a fucking character and I love him. He's a good egg. He's a good egg. Yo, Sequatia, what's going on, dude? Hello, sir. Welcome, Raiders. That's a lot of people. Hello. You join us on our 10 years later RV Nomad run. For those that don't know, my name is MrAtomicDuck. I do Project Zomboid a lot. Kind of like my main thing. Sequisha, I hope the stream was good. I'm guessing you were playing Project Zomboid today. We have been playing with the RV interior mod. I'll pull over and show you guys real quick. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. here. We were talking about wrapping up it shortly, but I'm sure we can go for another like half hour or so. So this is the RV interior mod. As you can see, I have my noble steed. We get into the RV and we've built all of this ourselves. So this was an empty trailer when we started. Now we have a little cab. The power runs off of the car battery. We don't have a sink yet, but I'm hoping to get running water installed soon. And we've built ourselves our own little cabin here. So right now, we've just finished at Ekron. We hit a community college building. Took us ages to clear out. And now we're on our way to Dark Wallow Lake, which is a real bit of a drive away. And with it being 10 years later, resources are really scarce, and we're trying our best to forage up some food supplies, like some meats and stuff like that. I know that college well. Yeah, there were a lot of zombies in there. I can see many people having some nightmare stories about how the Ekron College ended their character. But yeah, we're on our way to try and do some fishing, is the hope, because we need meat to put on some weight. We've got food, but the trouble is we're losing weight because we're not getting enough calories. We've got a lot of like veggies and not a lot of calorie content. Here soon, I think I'm gonna have to pull over because like driving on these roads at night is and in the rain as well, with all these like sneaky trees we might drive into. Where are we on the map? Okay, so we're looking for a turn that goes south somewhere along this road. And that'll be sort of like where we're going on the turn off to Dark Wallow. Time to fit a cow in the RV for butter production. I would love to like see if we can like actually like make a little mobile like chicken coop or something like that. I don't think we could. The Rosewood turnoff is not far off. Yeah, so we're... Hang on. Let me show you where we're at right now and where we're going to. Thank you for all the follows, by the way, guys. I couldn't hope to say thank you to all of you individually, but thank you very much for dropping in, and I hope you're having a good one. I think I saw you playing some Kenshi today, Sequisha. It's a game that I really need to play still, and I have it in my library, and I've never played it, and I keep saying I'm going to, but it looks so overwhelming. It looks so overwhelming. So this is where we are now, having come from Ekron, and we're going to Dark Wallow Lake down here. So we're going to take the next turn off, and we're going to follow this road all the way down to Dark Wallow Lake. And I think we're going to stop at the gas station on the outskirts, loot some the fishing store for a fishing rod, hopefully. And then we're going to pull over by this little lake here, and I think we're going to try and do some fishing. Kenshi would make for good YouTube content as well eventually. They're making a second one, right? I won't lie to you. I've been eyeing up like the potential maybe of covering some YouTube stuff on the second one, because I think there'll be a lot of crossover with PZ. A lot of crossover with Project Zomboid users. Right. I think we're going to have to pull over and sleep for the night, chat. I mean, look at this. Can't drive in these conditions. It would be unsafe for me to do so. We need to do a little bit of reading too to learn fishing. Let's do a little bit of reading before sleep. We'll get some sleep, and then we'll be on the road again in the morning. I love playing the game this way, dude. Ugh. Nomad runs are so much fun, and especially like building your own base. It's one of the main reasons I love playing the storage container bases as well. Having to build your own safe house is just a lot of fun, I think. I'd say it's less overwhelming than PZ. You think so, Kenshi? I mean, probably. I can see that. It's got some jank, but if you like martial arts and dark comedy, you'll probably like it. All right. I will take your money. Thank you. Cheers, Paul. Good doing business with you. I'll see you again next month. Thank you, matey. Thank you for the 13 months. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, thank you for all the follows, guys. Very much appreciate it. I should mention as well, those of you that watch Sequisha streams, I'm sure you're into Project Zomboid. If you need a guide, a helping hand, if you're struggling with the game, you're finding it very difficult, it is what I'm mostly known for over on the YouTube. So !YouTube in the chat. I have a bunch of guides up, from surviving your first week in build 42 to tips and tricks for beginners, all sorts of things. So if you're finding that difficult and you want a hand with Project Zomboid, I am your guy. Feel free to ask any questions as well. I'm more than happy to help. Hello, Grand. How are you, sir? Are you well? Right, I think we're gonna need to clean these bandages, because I'm probably gonna need a new one, honestly. We might be good, actually. Let's see. We are good. Okay. We need something to eat. Okay. I think it's time for another chicken leg roast. Chicken leg, cabbage, green peas. We got no potato this time, so let's take some carrots. Grab our little roasting tin. Where was it? In my bag. Where the heck was my roasting tin? Salt. You don't want to use that though. Am I blind? I think I'm actually blind. Where's my roasting tin gone? Ah, hang on. I have the perfect thing for this. We have a mod for this called Home Inventory. Pan. Roasting pan, truck interior, shelves. Okay, so it's in the shelves. I think if we shift click it, it might not work on the RV interior. It's on these shelves. There it is. Amazing. I love that mod. Very, very helpful. You can, you basically like draw a home zone with that mod. Or you can draw like different zones for different storage rooms. It like tells you what items you have in there and how many. So that like, you know, if your storage is getting kind of out of whack, you can check if you have duplicates of things and ordinarily it allows you to go to those items in storage, but I don't think it works with RV interiors probably. Like RimWorld, yeah, kind of. Great game, by the way. Love RimWorld. I was never very good at it. I enjoyed it. Oh, God. Actually, we're going to allow these to cook first. Get extra XP doing this. If you didn't know. Extra cooking XP by letting some things cook. Right, then we're going to use, we've got a different mod in place for this called Project Cook. Very nice little cooking UI mod. We're going to add some chicken. We're going to add a cabbage. Some peas. And some carrots. And this mod tells you how much hunger it's worth, how much thirst. As you can see, I would be able to see things like calories, carbohydrates, all of that, but I need to be level 2 cooking. Also tells me that I lose 15 unhappiness, which is great. Not going to add anything more to that right now, I don't think. This doesn't look like a butter salad, you're right. What up, Beef? Beef, are you getting jump space? Formerly jump ship? You gonna get that when it launches? Was it like the 19th or something it comes out? Alright, let's turn in for the night. It's just past midnight. Dang, I may need to pick that up, dude. We gotta. Oh my god, Frank, you absolute stinker, dude. So for those that are just joining us, Frank is a relatively new addition to the household. He is a French bulldog that we have rehomed recently. He is a lovely boy, but he has been farting it up a storm all evening, and he stinks like an absolute trooper, dude. It's chemical warfare in this office tonight. Oh, it's been snowing. Again? Yes, again. It's constant, dude. It's constant assault of the senses. Frenchies are the best. Yeah, he's a rescue. So for those that don't know the story, Frank had a very common problem with French bulldogs, which is breathing problems, which is abbreviated to BOAS. Basically meant that he needed surgery, which was part of the reason he was being rehomed. He has now had that surgery, has been with us for about a month, and he's doing really, really well. He's settling in nicely. And he's recovering pretty well as well. We're gonna start his separation training tomorrow because I think because he's been, to be honest, so much more looked after here. He's built up a real sort of like separation anxiety with me. He does not like me to leave him alone. So tomorrow we're gonna start training his separation anxiety, but he's in good hands. He's being well looked after and he's very, very cute. Does he still sleep on the bed? Yes, he still sleeps on the bed. Maybe change his food with something lighter for his stomach. So he's the only reason why he's on the food he's on right now, Scrunzer, is because he is a little bit overweight. He came to us overweight. He's on weight management food currently. Rest assured though, it is high quality stuff. It's AVA weight management. Once he's done with that, he's lost some weight. I will be putting him on something else because he stopped farting up a storm when he was on soft food after his surgery because he needed to be on it. But yeah, he's on good quality stuff. He's just a stinker. Apparently it's quite common in bully breeds as well. Lots of farting. You just have to survive the gas attack for now. Yeah, for now. Yeah, we'll get him onto something else once he's lost a little bit of weight. Needs some regular exercise now that he can, now that he can actually breathe properly and go on walks. He just needs a little bit of exercise and he'll be grand. He's a good egg. He's had some camera time on stream today as well. Cat said hello to him. I don't want to disturb him right this moment. He's been sleeping most of the stream, to be honest. It's pretty late, so he'll be ready to go to bed. I'm really surprised he hasn't taken himself off to bed yet. Probably because I'm like talking and stuff. He doesn't want to go. But that's what I'll be doing after stream here in a minute, is taking him out, make sure he goes to the bathroom, and then he'll be going straight to bed. But here in the last week or two, he's taken to like sort of taking himself off to bed in the evenings. Okay, so we're on, what is this, Horselick Road. I'll speak of the devil. Hi, Bubba. He's just woken up. Oh no, he's gone straight back to sleep. Woke up, did a big stretch, and then put his head between his paws again and went back to sleep. He's like, no, I'm not ready yet. Or nap time. Your gentle ducky quacks lull him to sleep. Dude, winter's really setting in now, huh? Do be a little snowy out. Gotta be careful not to go too fast because there are sneaky trees that just spring up in the road like this one. They can very quickly end a playthrough like this. Oh, rabbits. Look at them all. If only I could actually shoot my firearms in a semi-effective way. Thank you for all the follows again, folks. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been very supportive. It's been really nice getting back into sort of more regular streams recently. Definitely some more sort of variety content on the way as well with the PZ streams. Really want to do some Jump Space when that comes out. Great game. Probably some other stuff on the cards. Get a machine gun and do spray and pray. Yeah, the problem with guns and aiming and stuff in this is like build 42 has made it much harder to successfully hit shots at low aiming levels, and we'll see no success. And the trouble is that the full auto guns are harder to wield than, like, say, a pistol or a shotgun. Of course, shotgun doesn't do many favors for the meat, so it's not great for hunting right now. You don't get aiming XP for non-hits too, right? Well, they changed. Yeah, yes, you're right. You won't get XP for missed shots on animals, but they changed how it works for zombies now, Grand. So it's like by default all the shots hit, and it's instead like a chance to damage. So you do gain XP, but you might not deal any damage. I think that's how it works. So it does it. I think it's correct. It's the right way around it. It's just grinding XP takes bloody ages with firearms. Let me just check we're going the right way on the map now that we've arrived at this junction. Yes. So this junction should take us to where we need to be. We're almost there. We're almost at Dark Wallow Lake. We should be coming up on an isolated gas station here soon. Maybe you should have jacked up the fuel consumption. Seems to be lasting a long time with this vehicle. Considering how far we've driven, it's really not used any fuel. That said, the fuel tank on this thing was massive. So it could just be that. Ah, here we go. Here it is. The isolated gas station. What's the degree? It's -4 degrees out right now. Celsius. Let's see how big the tank is actually on this vehicle. One sec. I'm kind of interested now. 200 quantity. We used 2 in that whole drive. Ooh, the hood is in bad shape though. What do I need to repair this? We can uninstall it. Maybe I'm gonna need to find a new heavy duty hood, maybe. I don't think I can repair this. That would be a good mod to add to a playthrough like this. Is some kind of like repair, vehicle repair mod. There was a raccoon, yes. Hello? Anybody home? Dude, I just love the feeling. Like, just listen to that. You've got like the wind, cold wind whipping through, and an isolated gas station 10 years after the apocalypse. Nature's overgrown, clawing back what was taken from it. It's just such a cool atmosphere, man. I love this mod. I love this combination of 10 years later and the RV interiors. Okay, Frank, I heard that one. That was audible with my noise-canceling headphones on, you little stinker. I'm bracing myself for another assault. Ooh, firecrackers. Those are really useful. Zombie distraction. Lots of gas cans, but I don't think we really need them. Ooh, map of West Point. Yes, we will read that. Now West Point will be revealed to us. Amazing. Nothing really here that I can see. Nothing in the way of like non-perishable food supplies either. Needs to go in through like the other entrance, I think. Bathroom. You know, thinking about it, just like something I should maybe do or think about doing is with all these rotten vegetables that we're finding all over the place, it might be worth me building a composter just to attract worms for fishing. Okay, so this place was relatively pointless. That's okay. Let's take a wander over to the bait and tackle store just across the street. I think there might be a few zombies around there. There has been in the past when I've been down here. There's one there in the trees, but one's fine. Stop having good ideas. It's more entertaining when streamers have a hard time. True. My apologies. I'll be worse. Mr. Doctor's on board. Shut up, Grand. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on in that trailer, but the zombies want in. I missed them. I did not see them. Let's stay clear. And just sneak in here real quick. And not get trapped in, if we can help it. Fishing net is huge. Welder monthly. So maybe catch some bait fish. Jig lure. Okay. Good, good, good. Oh, a tent. Bobber, fishing hook. What do bobbers actually do? Because I don't think they act as a lure, do they? They're just box of fishing hooks. Yo, this is lightable? Crafted oven? It's so cool. I've never seen that. Also, we could take that sink for the RV. You have to wash your shoes from all the brains on them. You don't have to. You can if you want to. I really like that deerskin rug as well. No fishing rod though. All this fishing stuff. And we've not got a fishing rod. I cannot believe this, dude. This would have been perfect for like setting up a little camp and get a fire going, you know. But we do have a tent. I'm literally carrying it. I thought that was a sleeping bag, but never mind. We'll just drop this one. I think they bob. Was that my question in answer to my question about the bobbers? I meant like what function do they serve in Project Zomboid? You sarcastic asshole. All right. Well, there might be some like rich people housing around here, like by the edges of the lake, that might have a fishing rod in them because, you know, they've got a lot of like garages and things like that. So maybe we just hit like a bunch of the luxury houses on the southeast side of the lake and see what happens. But yeah, not looking good for my fishing plans. So that's not great. That is not great at all. But I think that's where we're gonna have to wrap up for today, chat. I think this is a good stopping point. We've reached Dark Wallow Lake. Our next plan of action was to do fishing. Haven't found a fishing rod, so I think we're gonna hit the houses on the southeast side of the lake next, and maybe try to find a fishing rod. If not, we'll take it from there. But those of you that are watching this as a YouTube VOD after it's been uploaded, thank you very much for watching. There will be a link in the description down to the mods used in this VOD and also to the Twitch stream where this is recorded live. So feel free to check that out if you like. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and we'll catch you in the next one.